just like to go, but I'd like to build a DeLorean and go back to April when everybody here was predicting likely to cause a recession. Investment stops and a recession happens. They're not talking about a U.S. recession. They're talking about a global recession.
What was happening in April,
Lead to
Scott?
Recession. Eventually, there being a reception.
Scott, hold on a second.
Very cleverly. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
If he's chosen to pick
I
my
just
words,
want to point
just
out.
a second,
You
sir.
called it. You called the recession. You called it. You took your shoe off.
And Joe, would you like to see that again?
You took your shoe off. You brought cookies out here.
15%.
You took your shoe off and you said there was going to be a recession.
Listen, Scott,
GDP
it's
is 3%.
too early to give a final
called it.
verdict.
All right, Scott,
It's too
what
early. Just a second, Abby. He's basically calling me out here. It's too early to give a final verdict on the tariffs. You may wish to, but at the moment, it can't be said what the long-term effect is going to be.
I am just a journalist, and all I can
Scott.
do is read the economic data.
It's a bit of a stretch.
3%
Scott,
GDP,
Scott
trade
Jennings.
deals, record high in the stock
Come
market,
on, these trade
cooling
deals,
inflation.
these trade deals
Hold on
are
a second.
garbage.
It's actually much simpler.
Garbage?
Yes.
Hold on a
brother.
second.
Then
It's
you're-
much
so-
simpler than this. Just one sec, because I think it's super important to understand. Scott, what was happening in April of this year, 2025? What was happening then?
The president.
What did the president announce on that week, the first week of April? What did he announce?
The president was implementing
What did
his,
he announce,
his
Scott?
tariff agenda.
And what were those tariff levels?
And well, they were different for different countries.
Okay, so
but
let me.
every single person predicted calamity.
Scott.
Calamity.
Scott, you can't skip steps here.
And there is none.
What were those tariff levels?
They were different. They had a chart for different
not just
countries.
different. They were 2 to 3 times higher than the current tariff levels. Did those tariffs go into place, Scott?
It's different for every country.
Scott,
it's different for every
it's
country.
a simple question. Did those tariffs go into place?
He has delayed
Yes or no?
some of the tariffs.
Yes or no?
He has delayed some of the tariffs, and he's made deals,
Did
he's implemented others.
Did any of the tariff levels that Trump announced on that week, did they ever go into place?
Some tariffs have been implemented, some have been delayed, and some deals have been made.
The answer is they did not. They did
Some
not.
tariffs have been
And
implemented.
all of those,
Some tariffs have been implemented.
all of those quotes.
That's why we have all this money coming in.
We have them here.
Even you said.
You're playing with numbers here.
We have them here.
No, back in April,
You guys are so mad. Why are you rooting for failure? Why does this table root for failure?
Quiet, please, because you are saying that
You're rooting for failure.
You are taking a number of 40, 50, 60% back in April, and you're comparing it to a number of 10, 15% now.
Fine, but it
just
was his
admit it.
strategy to negotiate and create leverage
Scott,
and
but
give us the situation
It
we're
is
in
completely,
today.
okay, sure, Michael, I will let you talk, but I just have to say, completely disingenuous to suggest
I'm sorry,
that, hold on,
you were the one
Scott,
calling
please,
for a recession
just
in
give
April,
just
not
give
me.
Give me 1 second.
You called for it.
Give me 1 second. Please let me finish. It is completely disingenuous to suggest that what economists said would happen if Trump imposed 50 and 60%, let's jump all the way up to 135% level tariffs on this economy would have been a recession. Those levels never happened, which is why there has been no recession.
Exactly. See, Abby fine ass, she just hit the nail on the head with that, because that's how he got the name Taco Trump, because those tariffs he put in April, them never really he went back on those, or he paused them, so they not hitting. So that's why, shit, we ain't got a recession right now. But had he left those tariffs how he had it in April, we for sure be seeing a recession. But even these tariffs not really good. Trump keep tricking people, telling them that the country pays the tariff, the other country pays the tariff, when it's the U.S. company that pay the damn tariffs. And usually, not all the time, but usually, they pass those costs down to the consumer. Why would they eat the cost? Why would they eat the tariffs? Like, that don't make sense to a company's bottom line. They got shareholders and all this shit that they gotta adhere to. So Abby broke it down, and this dude with the accent, I don't know his name, but the old white man, he about to let they ass have it too. Watch this shit.
antagonistic to the president and his agenda, whether they agree with him or not, from saying that this is still going to lead to significant inflationary rates. We have not seen that.
Yeah,
and so you would think individuals who were on the negative of this would have at a minimum acknowledged the fact that the president did not implement those high tariff rates, which you just stated.
It is super simple. Did Donald Trump implement the tariff levels that he
No, I acknowledge that the tariff levels my point is,
when you evaluate whether or not inflation has resulted from those tariff levels, how are you evaluating it? Because they haven't gone into place. So obviously, inflation hasn't increased to the levels that people projected if they had gone into place.
We're arguing two different things. The point that I'm making is individuals who said at the time that this would lead to a recession continue to make the same argument despite the fact that those tariff rates were not implemented. That's the point I'm making. And no one here is willing to acknowledge that fact.
Let me just play Jerome Powell, because I'm not an economist, but this guy is. So listen to what he has to say about tariff levels and the impact on the economy.
Higher tariffs have begun to show through more clearly to prices of some goods, but their overall effects on economic activity and inflation remain to be seen. Effective level of tariffs is not moving around that much at this point, but at the same time, there are many uncertainties left to resolve.
And honestly, the main uncertainty that he's talking about is that we just don't know what the deals are going to end up looking like. And we might know come Friday. And then next month we'll assess the situation. But right now,
can I just say, the deals. Let's talk about the deals. Right. So we've got the deal with the European Union, which somebody has already described as pie in the sky. They simply will not buy that amount of energy, and nor will they invest that amount of money. We have the deal with Japan, where nobody knows where the $650 billion worth of investment is going to come from. Nobody. The Japanese admit they don't know where it's going to come from. We've got the deal announced today with the South Koreans. What Donald Trump has brilliantly done, he wanted a headline number, and it's around 15%, but the underlying terms of trade deals are garbage.
So Richard, what deal would you have preferred?
How do you mean?
Well, what details of a deal would suffice for you?
Well, I would have liked them to have negotiated a proper long-term
What's proper?
deal.
Let's focus on the word proper.
Where the
What's
detail
proper
holds
to
up.
you?
Where the detail...
No, because you keep saying this, but you're giving no specificity whatsoever. Well, I can sit here and name a whole bunch of random ridiculousness. That means absolutely nothing at all.
With respect, no, because they've actually announced a European deal where supposedly $600
So
billion...
give specifics about what you would like to see in an alternative. Wait a minute, Scott. Give an alternative and give specifics for what would be a deal that would satisfy your critique.
A long-term trade relationship deal that doesn't rely on a fictitious amount of investment.
Okay.
The Japan deal.
I'm listening.
The Japan deal envisages $650 billion worth of investment. But nobody says by whom or how or the penalty against. It is literally making it up.
Yeah, Red. Oh boy, he had to let it. And then when he finally shut Shermichael ass up, he like, okay. What deal would you like to see? Bruh, if he just left the fucking economy alone the way Biden left it, we wouldn't need no deals and no shit like that. All you have to do is leave shit alone. Don't touch it. Do not touch it. When Biden left office, let me see, the inflation rate was like 2.4, I think, down from the high we had in 2021 with the 9%, 10% inflation rate. All you gotta do is look these things up, man. It's simple. But anyway, if you like this video, go and hit the like button for me. Share with your friends, share with your family, especially share with your family if they MAGA, just to get on their nerves a little bit. But yeah, fuck with me. This is Reggie Red's Reactions, and I'm out of here. Peace.